Hey, hi, good morning. How are you? This episode, vlog 4, whatever you want to call it, vlog episode. I'm in a good place right now. I'm really lucky. I have a really good friend who is helping me out. Understands that I think hard work and taking care of oneself often requires sacrifice of the kind that makes people think you're fucking insane or crazy or a bum, homeless person, whatever. So I'm not. I will never be. In fact, I'd like to help those people because they have been forgotten, swept under the rug, and the circumstances which led to them to be that way in the first place are completely preventable and often have very much to do with drugs, mental illness, and things like that that shouldn't be the kind of taboo that they have in society. Mental illness is fucking pretty obvious as far as that goes, but drug use is actually something else that's not really talked about in the way it should be, or that it could be. And it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm right, but there is a lot more to drugs than most people realize that isn't bad, that is actually really good. And there's also a lot to drugs that is really bad, that is told in ways that doesn't deliver the truth about like why it is bad or why it is also good that makes it bad, why it should be decided for oneself if it is something that is a person wants to do with themselves, or despite what people might tell them to do or not, or if they have family or friends or kids or whatever that say you shouldn't do this. Like, there are lots of things that go into it. It's a really complex thing, and it's not black and white like it is so often portrayed or discussed in media and in social circles within even the drug addiction community that says it's there to help people with them, and all it does is really enable them or arrest them or incarcerate them, or the kinds of things that lead to. Sorry, I'm wearing this weird brace thing because carpal tunnel, and I can't type this stuff right now. It hurts really bad. And I'd like to give a quick, concise update to those who are interested or care, love me, and want to know what it is I'm doing, why it is I'm doing it. And that's a little bit tangent off topic of what I was saying, but I think I've said enough actually at that point about drugs. It's not what I'm here to talk about. And I'm also not here to talk about just what it is I'm doing, blah, 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 or whatever. Kind of. USA! USA! It's the best cup. I feel like I am an American citizen. I am a patriot. I love this country in ways that I also criticize it about, and I am willing to call out politicians and leaders and my fellow citizens and my friends and family and neighbors over bullshit if I see it. And myself. There's nothing wrong with that. That is what being a good person is. That is being a citizen. That is what defines this country. That's what brings people together. That's why it is the way it is, and what it needs to be if it wants to be successful and continue to lead the world in innovation, design, and all the things that have brought it to where it is. But it's on its knees right now, sucking the fucking dick of Vladimir Putin and Russia, and Donald Trump is the one that's kind of doing that. But it's not Donald Trump. Donald Trump is not the problem. He's the symptom of a much bigger problem that is swept under the rug with all the homeless, with the drugs, with everything. And that is how we raise our children. Because we grow up to be complacent and unacting and thinking that all that matters is whether or not we watch reality TV at night and escape and do drugs and all the things that don't really help because they're hard to do, because Emotions make it hard to think clearly and about what really matters when what seems to matter, your emotions, are in the way. It's not easy, but it is really simple. That the solutions we need to, one of the solutions, many solutions, is listen to one another. Listen to someone who you disagree with whom you disagree. Especially if what they have to say to you isn't something you like, or hurts your feelings, or makes you feel stupid, or whatever. I feel stupid all the time. And I'm not afraid to feel stupid or look stupid in public because I don't identify as being a smart person or a stupid person. It's not challenging my identity. My identity as an individual is a lot of things, but running from challenge to my identity will only make me incapable of helping anyone around me. So I would listen to anyone who wants to disagree with me and try and understand what it is they're saying, or what it is they feel, even if it doesn't make sense, even if I disagree with it, maybe even if it's weird and dark and scary, or even if it's what is generally considered to be wrong. If someone is saying that they don't like black people, why? That's weird. What's wrong with the color of a person's skin? Why is it so important to you? But I'll listen to you rather than tell you that you're wrong or stupid or you're fucking racist, like I do to my grandma sometimes. It's hard. It's really hard. It's really, really fucking hard to look at someone, especially if you love them, and go, how can you think that? Don't I know you? But it's vital that we listen to people that we love. It's vital that we listen to people that we don't love, people that we don't even know. And I really think that listen to someone enough. You give them some respect. You give them the feelings of importance that come with being listened to. And really listen to. Not just, go ahead, lip service, I'm listening. No. If you really want to listen to someone, you got to pay attention and not think about what it is you're going to say before it is they're done, finished with what it is they're saying. And it is difficult to listen. So you need to work on it. We all need to work on it. I need to work on it. Everyone needs to work on it all the time. And you do that, and that person is done talking, and they feel like they've been listened to. They're going to feel like, and especially if you can say, I don't agree with it, but I accept it. I don't agree with it, but I embrace it. I don't agree with it, but I'm trying to understand. Maybe you should go over it again. Maybe I should listen to it again. Maybe I should think about it and not get upset about the fact that I disagree with it or whatever. And at that point, that person is going to be like, wow, most likely, I could be wrong, but sometimes it takes a lot of time, a lot of patience, and over and over and over again. But I did this in prison with people who were racist. I helped people change their lives, I think, for the better. And it wasn't something I was even trying to do. I wasn't really aware of what it was I was doing. I just thought I should shut the fuck up and listen, especially because it was kind of dangerous sometimes. And when people feel like they've been listened to, they will turn around, sit down, and listen to you and what it is you have to say. Especially if you show them love and compassion, instead of just telling them that they're wrong or that it isn't okay. And when that happens, they'll listen to you, and maybe they'll consider what it is you have to say and think about, even if it's cognitive dissonance, they're like, man, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, I've always thought this. I've always been raised like this. My parents raised me like that. It's the way kids are raised. And sometimes it's really complex, but it's absolutely fixable. And if we can do that, if people can all do that, especially the ones who are capable of it at first. I know a lot of people who are really fucking goddamn smart on the left or on the right, but especially on the left, I see a lot of people and they get violent, and it's scary as fuck because I don't want to see the world burned. World wars are crazy. People die. I remember 9/11 and I'll never forget it. And that was when I woke up at 17, like, what is going on? And holy shit, you know? And I'm not going to let that happen again if I can help prevent it. And we can do that by working together and by listening to one another. And I was saying, you know, next thing you know, someone's listening to you and maybe they consider it as what you have to say. And then you're free to tell them more about what it is you have to say. And get along and accomplish something, get something done. And we all can work together. We can get the attention of people who have voice and reach. I have none. Almost none. A few friends, you know, and family that have listened to me over the years that are starting to pay more attention, I guess. But that's not what's important. I'm not important. What's important is that we can get the attention of people who do have reach and power to reach critical mass kind of people, a lot of people. Taylor Swift, instead of talking about gender equality, which is important, but instead we're to talk about to her fan base, and this is a rough, off the top of my head example, that, hey, we should talk about instead how we raise our children. And what do you think to this other famous person, like, that she's never spoken to before, who has another massive reach, you know, like maybe Jon Stewart. And he could be like, you know what? We shouldn't be talking about which leaders are in charge right now, not yet. Donald Trump, we're coming for you, but Vladimir Putin isn't going to get off anymore from you. And we're going to change instead the way we raise our kids right now, overnight. We gotta do this. And then he could reach out to other people that have massive reach and smart audiences. And I think that's one idea. I'm optimistic as fuck, obviously, and but I'm not. These aren't visions of grandeur. I'm not crazy. A little bit, and I think I need to be, but I'm not asking too much of my friends and family to share this hard, like, post the fuck out of this video if you can, and tell those people to post the fuck out of it. I do not want fame. I want the world to be a better place for everyone. If you're willing to contribute in any way to helping me make that happen, you're a good person. You're a good person anyway. You should do the things you want to do to make yourself happy. I have a really good friend. I consider him a really good friend, really old friend. His name's Shane Smith, one of the funniest fucking comedians alive today. And about to make it big, I think. He's incredible. Look him up. He posted this awesome video on Facebook. Himself rollerblading in a skate park and just doing like goofy rollerblader tricks. Way better than I can do, obviously. But and had this awesome tagline with, you know, like, I may be a silly guy or whatever, but like, go out and do the things you love. And I think that's, like, so important. That's what I'm doing, what I love. And that's why people are going to think I'm crazy or whatever when I don't have a job. I'm not going to do a 9-to-5 anymore at a restaurant and stuff. Maybe, I don't know. But I'm going to try and support myself by doing this. I know it's not making me any money, but I'm going to try anyway. I'm going to do anyway. And I'm going to go busk downtown Salt Lake City with the guitar and sing about this kind of stuff and try and be funny and clever and cute and rhyme things and wink at girls that are winking at me back because I like girls, and talk about how we need to change the way we treat girls in public and all the things that I think all the time and stuff. I'm not a feminist because I'm an individual first. I'm not a man because I'm an individual. I don't identify as things that divide people. I identify as things that make me an individual in society that doesn't have to be divided by the things that are different about it. That's culture. That is something that is profound and important, and I think a lot of people would agree with it if they'd think about it. Read books. Talk to friends and family. Listen to your enemies. Be good to one another. Share this video. It's getting kind of long. It's 15 minutes, and I don't have all the time in the world. I don't want someone walking on me right now. So, let's change the world. Let's save it. If you believe it, there's something to that. I believe it. I know we can. God is real. I love everyone. That doesn't mean I believe in the same God you do, or as God is a concept any greater other than being incomprehensible and nothing humans have ever thought of. But believe it. And love is real. And consciousness is something that is crazy. And I gotta stop talking now. So catch me downtown if you can. Follow me, like me, share me, because we together can do things. And I could be wrong, but I'm doing it anyway. Thanks for listening if you did. I love anyone, all people. And stop. Turn off.